We're going to check out this game that's called Fumes. I decided to give it a chance because I thought it would be like a nice Twisted Metal knockoff. I was wrong. I booted up the game and it dropped me right in. I love it. No menus, not a tutorial, just take off and drive. They dropped me right into the game. I didn't have to wait for anything. Let's go. Just straight up gameplay. So, Fumes is a car-based shooter that takes a lot of inspiration from Mad Max. It's even got a few like direct references in there. I think someone says "Witness Me" at some point. You drive around the desert, destroying other cars for scraps so you can get stronger. The story was confusing. I think you're playing as a cloud of smoke that haunts cars, and rather than you playing as like a car driver. I wish I was just a guy, but what can you do? You go through a pseudo tutorial and then it drops you off to just drive around the desert and have a good time. And just look at the style of this game, dude. Look at this style. It has artificial scan lines, so it looks a little older than it is, but the graphics are still HD. It's tripping me out, honestly. Like, this is what Nintendo 64 games look like in my memory, compared to how they look like now in real life. This game captures the aesthetic and the feel of old school action games. You get in, you play, it's intense, and you don't have all the overhead of a modern game. Woo! Yeehaw! I'm loving it. Oh, and I haven't talked a lot about the actual game part and like what it feels like. It's fun. You drive fast and you blast other cars. Super simple gameplay loop, but it is enjoyable. You can customize your car, which is kind of a game all to itself. The car handles okay. It's not the best driving I've had before. The car shoots okay. It's not the best shooting I've ever played before. But together, it works. It's very enjoyable. The game's also open world, which is cool, but it's kind of hard to tell where you are at any given moment. The game has a lot of visual clutter, like with the smoke and all this debris, but I think that's intentional, and it works. The music and style all contribute to a vibe. The game just made me want to be aggressive. Made me feel like a man. I just want to blow everything up. Hey, I might need to peace out and hit you back later when I got a little bit better equipment. It was just hold on. Hold on. I said hold on. Man, come on, man. Not like this. Okay, let's calm it down a little bit. Fumes is fire. Okay, that sounds silly, but you know, the game Fumes is fire, okay? Game's fun, it's unique, and the graphic. Man, look at the graphic. Easy wishlist, easy. This game, I have to check it out when it's done, and you should too. And I'm not sponsored. All right, that game was hype. I think I need something a little bit more calm. Our next game, Leaf Blower Simulator. The game looks pretty simple and pretty chill. These kind of simulator games aren't really my favorite, but I know a lot of people like them. Honestly, Power Wash Simulator looks like the perfect kind of game to throw on a podcast or something while you're playing it. So I had like mid hopes for Leaf Blower Simulator. Can you say mid hopes? I mean, if high hopes works, I feel like mid hopes should be fine. Is this the game? Well, all right then. Leaf Blower Simulator has you blowing leaves. Honestly, should be pretty obvious. They point out a zone that you're supposed to clear, and then you blow the leaves out of it. One zone at a time. As you get further through the level, you can get an upgraded leaf blower so that you can blow a few more leaves at a time. Which is cool, I guess. This is an Unreal 5 game, and the movement and stuff definitely feels like built-in Unreal. Honestly, I wish they hadn't left all that stuff in, like jumping and sprinting, because it got me excited that the game was gonna, I don't know, like have some things to do in it. Wait, what happens if I jump off? Okay. They'll put me back. This game is, mid at best. The biggest problem is that they got the basics wrong. This is a game about blowing leaves, and it feels bad to blow leaves. The leaves don't move right. This is like if I had to shoot individual leaves like in Call of Duty or something. That's not how air works. This is not air. It becomes extremely tedious to play. You know, honestly, it's a little sad that I'm doing all this parkour because it just shows how not engaging it is to blow leaves. You don't even get to blow the leaves into like satisfyingly large piles. That's something I enjoy about using a leaf blower in real life. Ooh, I wonder if I do it better if I sprint. Ooh. No. Instead, the leaves just pop out of existence when you blow them out of the tiny box that they're in. Also, the boxes act like a flashbang if you get too close. Aha! The concept is okay, but this execution is not it. The graphics are mid. Oh, the game lagging there. That was a little bit much graphically. Wow. The fun is sub-mid. At least it's creative, you know? Kinda. Am I supposed to blow them onto this grate that you would definitely have on a basketball court? We need a palate cleanser after that last game. Ugh. Spring Dash caught my eye because it said it was a movement FPS. This game is so much fun. Spring Dash is basically a first-person platformer. You're racing through a level and trying to get done as fast as you can. There are some enemies, and they can be a little annoying, but really you're just trying to make it to the end of the level. They even have these collectible eggs like we're playing an old school 3D platformer like Banjo-Kazooie. The levels are pretty small, and they're straightforward, so it doesn't play like Banjo-Kazooie or Mario Odyssey, but you also wouldn't think FPS like Call of Duty when you're playing it. Now, is it a movement FPS? Kinda. I mean, you technically do shoot, but really it's a movement game, you know, but first person. You can run and jump, and you can use a leaf bounce pad to launch yourself further in the air. And you could wall run. It's not complicated, but it got the main thing right, speed. You could go so fast in this game. I was bouncing around, trying to go faster and faster. I fell off a lot, but that's because this is the kind of game that's built for doing cool stuff, not safe stuff. Check this, check this. Okay, stop checking it, stop checking it. No! Is that it? Yes, let's go. It feels a lot like what I wish Sonic felt like. The graphic and the music were both pretty simple, but they did their job. Gave off kind of a soft spring, well, I guess Spring Dash, but a soft kind of spring vibe. Just chilling, having a good time, going through some levels. Honestly, probably could have been a little bit more high intensity to kind of push you through the levels, to go really fast, but it worked. The game goes out of its way to get you going really fast through some of the levels, and it plays a lot differently than any other game I've played. The score on the Unique, quite high, one might say. I expected it to be basically Mirror's Edge, but with grass, but this game is less parkour and more like bee hopping. If you're familiar with that from like Counter-Strike. I had planned to just play the first 2 levels of this game and then put it down because I had other stuff to do. But instead, I replayed the second level a few times just so I could get a better time. This game is great. I'm definitely gonna throw it onto my wish list. It's got unique gameplay and the theming is good enough and the fun goes crazy. If you're okay with the okay graphic, this game is for you. So we checked out 3 games today: Leaf Blower Simulator, Spring Dash, and Fumes. We got a lot of variety here in terms of genre, in terms of goodness, in terms of graphic. Overall, I would really recommend Fumes. I think it is definitely worth checking out to see if it's something that you might like. Spring Dash is also a lot of fun if you're into that kind of game, and I would recommend it to you. Leaf Blower Simulator is a really cool... Okay, I don't know if you can say really cool. It is a cool name and a cool idea. It doesn't really work. I'd recommend blowing real-life leaves instead. But hey, maybe if you're really bored. Thank you guys for checking out our video. Subscribe. We'd appreciate it. We'll see you later.